Hello, this is Pastor John again with another glimpse of light. I'm in my wife Anna's classroom, San Gabriel Academy, first grade. It's a beautiful place. I'd love to have been here myself, but now as her husband, I get to be here. Anyway, I have another story that's a very important one from the book of Matthew in the Bible. The disciples went across the water, and Jesus had gone to pray in the mountains. And in the midst of the night, there was a squall. Large winds came up, and the water got choppy, and it got very dangerous, terribly dangerous. And Jesus, in the midst of it, began walking on the water toward the boat. Now, I'm sorry, I'd be freaked out by that as well. They look at him and they say, "Oh my goodness, it's a ghost." It's actually in the Greek, it's a phantomus. A phantom is coming. And he says, "No, it is I." Then Peter, and this is really the crux of the story, Peter, who is a great disciple because he is so real, so non-religious, so real. This guy says, "Can I go out there and walk on the water with you?" He actually, he knows all about that, for he fished his whole life before Jesus and even afterwards. Jesus said, "Come." He stepped out into the water, walking on the water. But here's the part where we get to that is of importance, most importance. He then looked and he saw the mountains and he saw the winds and he saw all the water pouring, and he moved up and down and he had absolute fear. And in fear, he stopped looking at Christ and he began to sink and fall. And he tried to swim and he tried to walk, and none of it worked. And as he began to be pulled into this milieu, this terrible milieu of the storm, "Save me," he said to Jesus. Jesus' hand reached out and he grabbed Peter. And Jesus then said, "Oh, you of little faith." When they got back into the boat, all of the fearfulness was done. All the problems ended. Everything went back to normal and the storm ended. You and I have faith. The question is whether or not we will access it. But even if you don't have faith, and even if you doubt, the hand of Jesus will reach for you. Why? He loves you. He wants you with him. And even if you're non-religious, even if you're one of those types that don't like religion and don't like all the junk, Peter was one of the lead disciples, just like you and me. Thank you so much for walking with me into the light, one glimpse at a time. God bless.